John 7, 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 John 7. I'm John 7, John 7, John 7. I'm John 7, John 7, John 7. Fiends of Chaos, this is none other than your Key of the Night 57. Now I'm going to be talking about my top 5 favorite Final Fantasy favorite Final Fantasy characters of all the whole series. Now to make this limited and not fair, one character per entry, so I can't choose my top 5 from one game, my top 5 from the other. So this would be technically can't choose even just the Chocobos, which will be an entry on the list. It has to be one of them. So let's get started right now. I'm taking a break right now. I've just helped my cousin get, on Final Fantasy 15. I've been able to get off work earlier, so I've pretty much got my ass on here and just got him the last Royal Arm, and now he's getting the Armbruster set. So to start off by looking at this thumbnail, I had to say Setzer Gambini. Now, Setzer, not only he looks like Sephiroth, which Sephiroth is a pretty cool looking character, but he also reminds me of X-Men's Gambit as well, and Gambit is my favorite X-Men of all time. So it's pretty special they put a character in homage to Gambit, which is Setzer Gambini. I don't really care for the Kingdom Hearts 2 one because he was an asshole. But Setzer Gambini has a deep story, trying to find out things with his wife, of his dead wife and stuff like that. And pretty much he helps you with his airship and everything. And he's just kind of like Locke. He has kind of a Locke personality. He also got good charisma too, and can pick up any females he wanted. So I guess I like characters like that too, which makes me like Setzer Gambini, just from Final Fantasy VI. He's also my favorite party member as well, not just because how cool he looks, but all the stuff he can do. So, not to make this longer so I can continue my quests, we're going to go to Beatrix from Final Fantasy IX. Beatrix from Final Fantasy IX is my favorite. She's based off General Leo from 6, but I thought she was the most badass female character, plus let's be quite honest, Beatrix is Bay material as well. And I can't put Tifa, because then I'd be putting 7 characters on the list. So we're going to be putting Beatrix, because Beatrix is actually pretty much one of the reasons why I play Final Fantasy IX in the first place. Not only that, but she tells the difference between, from a brute to compassion when she finds out what the queen is actually planning to do with her daughter. So she actually switched sides just to protect Garnet, because she felt conflicted. She's like Cecil, and she's seen a whole lot of horrors of war, being the general. She's pretty much a much better, more refined version of General Kotor. She kind of has, reminds me of a little bit of Ravis too, and she's freaking hot, so why not? Next one's a hot lady too. Is Lightning from Final Fantasy 13. What can I say about Lightning from Final Fantasy 13 2, besides it's the only reason why I play Final Fantasy 13. Sorry, I meant 13. I meant Lightning from Final Fantasy 13. Lightning carries the entire story. Not just only that, but she's like a female Cloud. And she's Bay as well. And she becomes the strongest Final Fantasy 13 character. She starts out a little bit kind of angsty, but then you go to the backstory to figure out why, because her sister's trying to complete her focus, and she's trying to marry a man that Lightning hated in the beginning, which is in Snow. But Lightning is my third favorite character from the Final Fantasy franchise, and she has a lot of backstory and stuff like that as well, so it makes me like her a whole bunch, and that's why Lightning's on the list, and she is Bay. Now, next one is Final Fantasy 15 Ignis Sensilla. There's a good reason for that. appearances can be very deceiving because he's actually the strongest Chocobro, and he was willing to sacrifice his entire eye set to protect Noctis from Arden. Not to say Gladiolus wouldn't do it, and Prompto technically can't do it because Prompto's a demon. But it's the fact he carries the will of Prompto and Gladiolus at once. Not only that, he actually cooks your meals, which helps your stats go up as well. Plus, he's a good magic-based character, and we never get to see a good magic-based character in a long time. So 15, I'm glad they brought Ignis out, as well. Plus, he looks so badass when he put the Ring of Lucii on. In fact, I even want to cosplay the version in episode Ignis where he gets the Ring of Lucii with the purple dress shirt and stuff, and the Ring of Lucii. So I'm actually planning to get an actual Ring of Lucii so I can actually cosplay that version. But Ignis is just, he's beast. He drives, he cooks your meals, and he's willing to throw his life away to protect you at all costs. And he does, and he succeeds. And he even in an alternate universe, he even defeats Arden. Now, you can't say that about Prompto or Gladiolus. The alternate Ignis defeats Arden. Now, it's not permanent because the ring is still there, but still, Arden knows better than to fuck with Ignis. And the last one is actually something you should already know. Final Fantasy VII. And this is why I put this last. Vincent Valentine. And real reason why this is because I have personal issues that can relate to Vincent Valentine. Plus, Vincent Valentine is actually my spirit animal, as well as the fact that Vincent Valentine was the one who kind of steered the plot. He was a Turk that knew about the Soldier Project, Sephiroth, Genova. But it's also the fact he relates to me because I've had troubles with love. Really bad troubles. The girl has fucked me over for bad boys in my life, so I know the feels. Plus, I feel just as old as Vincent Valentine. Vincent Valentine looks young, but he's really old on the inside, so I can understand that, And he knows more than what he lets on. He knows more. He knows more about everything that's happened with Shinra, Soldier, Sephiroth than he let Cloud know. So he even knows way more than Cloud and everybody else does, so he's useful. Plus, I like his skill. I love his transformations to Chaos. And I like even Vincent Valentine's own game spin-off, Dirge of Cerberus, where it plays like God of War, Devil May Cry, and Call of Duty all at once. So you got the case of transformations, cool looking guns, pretty much, and pretty much he's like kind of the punk rockerish type of character as well. So, he's one of the alternative characters. So, again, I feel Vincent Valentine is my spirit animal. So, that's why Vincent Valentine's on there. Plus, even his game has more backstory to put into the game as well. In some cases, Vincent Valentine is even a better character than Cloud Strife is at times. So, it makes sense. But those are my top 5 favorite Final Fantasy characters out of the whole series. Now, list your favorite Final Fantasy top 5 characters and send it to the comment section below. And may the crystal be with you.